Europe is all set to experience cricket in a way that it has never before. And joining us is the co-founder of the European T20 Premier League, Mr. Abhishek Bachchan. Abhishek, firstly, thank you so much for being here on Times Now.
Well, thank you for having me.
Abhishek, you've been associated with so many sports, so many leagues. What was it that drew you personally to the European T20 Premier League?
Um, I think, ever since I started working in sports, I always wanted to do something with cricket. Cricket is the crown jewel. As Indians, we're all huge cricket fans. But there was very little that I felt I could contribute to cricket in India. The BCCI does a fantastic job, and one of the criteria that I have in working in sports is how can I make a difference, and help build something new and long lasting. Um, so when the opportunity for the European T20 League came up, it kind of ticked all the boxes for me. Here was a territory which we could do a lot of good work in, set up a new cricket ecosystem and help build the sport in Europe. And so that's why I decided on the European T20 Premier League.
But we don't think about Europe when we talk about cricket. Do you think the ETPL is going to change that perspective when it comes to
Well,
Europe as a
I,
region for
I hope
cricket?
so. I hope so. I think, professional leagues in any sport really help give the sport a huge fillip and really help the sport move along, popularize the sport. And I sincerely do hope that the ETPL will help do that for cricket in Europe.
And Abhishek, when we talk about cricketing leagues, it's often judged by the quality of players that the leagues manage to get. So when we look at ETPL, could you tell us, the kind of players that we can see playing in this particular league?
Yes, I mean, obviously, because we've just announced the first three teams yesterday, the teams have already been very proactive, reaching out to the top best players available to us. I know Mr. Waugh's owned Amsterdam Flames have already signed on Mitch Marsh. They've got Steve Smith, the great Steve Smith. They've got Edwards, the captain of the Dutch team. I know, obviously Belfast has the great Glenn Maxwell, and his talent in the T20 format speaks for itself. Santner has been signed in the Edinburgh franchise. So, these are all quality names that are coming out, and there's a lot of interest. I'll leave it up to the teams to obviously announce their squads, but from what information I'm privy to, they're targeting the top talent in the world.
And Abhishek, obviously, the BCCI does not allow the current Indian players to feature in other cricket leagues, but would there be an opportunity for former India cricketers as well to play in this league?
Of course, of course. There's been a lot of interest, but that is a decision up to the teams, the coaches. That's not something I'm going to involve myself with. Obviously, we would hope that the best talent can come and showcase their talent on the ETPL stage. The interest has been very encouraging for us, and no doubt, I'm sure you'll see a lot of wonderful Indian talent as well.
And purely from an Indian fans perspective, Indian cricket fans perspective, what can they expect from the ETPL? What is it that they can be excited about the European T20 Premier League?
Well, ideally, it would be to view a top quality product. What I love about the Indian fans is they appreciate good cricket no matter where it's played. And if you see the statistics of all the other various international leagues, especially in the T20 genre, you'll go to see that a large share of the viewership does come from India. So that just goes to show that if you play good cricket, the Indians will watch it. And that's exactly what we hope to duplicate.
And has there been any Indian interest in terms of owning a franchisee, any interest from any of the IPL franchisees?
You'll know very soon.
Okay, we'll wait on that. But just talking about cricket overall, exciting times to step into this field because cricket is also coming back to the Olympics after 100 years. So, overall, it makes cricket very, very exciting.
Absolutely. And I think that's, a huge factor that came into convincing a lot of the owners to come on board to the ETPL, with with cricket being showcased, I mean, being played at the LA Olympics in 28. I think that's going to be a huge boost for the game internationally and especially non-traditional markets. And Europe has nations that are associated with the ICC. They're, very, very excited. I mean, we've got Italy playing in the T20 World Cup. I mean, that's amazing. So that kind of goes to show the interest for the sport in Europe. So yes, cricket being played in the Olympics is huge.
And back home also, we're looking forward to a lot, whether it's hosting the Commonwealth Games or bidding for the Olympics. So as a sports lover or a sports enthusiast or an entrepreneur, these are very, very good times to be in when we talk about sport internationally or even from the Indian perspective.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I've always said from when I first started in Kabaddi in, 2014, I really felt that, India is at the cusp of bursting on a sporting stage internationally. And I'm so happy to say that in the last decade, I've seen immense growth. And there's just this vibe around Indian sports. I think the IPL has been the flag bearer and has really shown the world that, and if I'm not mistaken, it's valued as the second most valuable sporting league in the
Yes.
world.
To NFL.
That's huge, especially after you see who they're up against. I mean, the number one obviously being the NFL. But when you have huge leagues like the NBA and all the football tournaments that go on, I mean, it's fantastic. And kudos to them for leading the way and showing the potential that India has as a market.
And Abhishek, I have a final question for you. While we talk about ETPL, India is also all set to start its T20 World Cup campaign. They are the defending champions. I know how much you like Indian cricket team. What is your message to the team? The fans just want another trophy, but what is your message to the team? It starts on the 7th of Feb, India versus USA in Mumbai.
I'm very conflicted about this because I don't want to talk about anything and maybe possibly jinx something, but I think every Indian has expectations, has prayers, all our fingers are crossed. Uh, Immense faith in the squad. I think it's a very dynamic new squad, and I wish them all the very best. And I really, really hope that, you know, we can bring it back home. Yeah.
Any player you're specifically looking forward to?
All of them, all of them, all of them. It's a team sport and they're out there representing the country. So Team India all the way.
Abhishek, thank you so much for your time speaking to us,
Thank
and here's
you.
wishing ETPL a resounding success in its first
Oh, thank
season.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you.